A challenge for every teacher has always been how to reach the needs of every learner when some of them come in the door knowing the material and others fall further behind each day. Personalized learning can help teachers better meet the needs of all students by addressing their needs, skills, and interests. Fulton County's 7 principles of personalized learning allow teachers to provide students the support they need when they need it.
What I do is I look at the previous week's assessments for the students, and then I give them a list of activities, from hands-on, interactive activities using gizmos. Depending on their learning style, their interests, and their needs, they can determine how they want to present information to me.
I use a lot of formative assessments with my students, and once they get those scores back, depending on what we're doing that day, usually there's a lot of independent and small group learning going on. So I sit at Roberts Incorporated. That's what I call my direct instruction station, and I like to call the kids back and go over what they missed on their assessment, figure out what to do next time, how to correct those mistakes so that they don't continue to make those same mistakes. Choice and voice, I've had lots of conversations with the students. How do you like to learn? How do you think you learn best? What's going to help you the most? I try to give the students what they need. If they like to learn digitally by themselves, I give them that option. If they like to work with a partner or a small group, I also give them that option.
This year I've been having my students for all quizzes doing it mastery based, where if they don't do well on the quiz, then they can do some remediation and try to get some additional help on the material so that they make sure that they understand the material before they move on to doing the summative assessment.
They can show me in any way that they've mastered that objective. So they go through whatever learning stations, and then the end result is their own. They come up with what's most motivating or interesting to them. For example, we did a historical fiction unit where they were practicing story elements and narrative, and some of them did oral storytelling, and some of them did digital books, and some did children's picture books. One did a choose your own ending digital book. So it was really neat to kind of give them that freedom, because they came up with much more creative ideas than if I had just tried to come up with options for products.
I've incorporated flexible pacing within my teaching by giving students a project checklist of all the standards that they need to meet and certain deadlines, and that allows them to know what's coming, and so that they can work at their own pace, meet with me if they need to, and then as a teacher that allows me to see where students are falling short in their process, so that I can remediate them and get them back on track.
As far as co-planning the learning with students, we usually take some sort of formative assessment, and I use that assessment to give them feedback, but they also use that and they reflect on how they could have done better, and they give me areas that they think they need help in, and so that kind of dictates what we do the next week or what's coming up. That's the topics and the skills that I present that next week, or the things that they've suggested, and areas of weakness I saw from analyzing the data. So in that way they're part of the whole process, and they feel like I'm hearing them.
I think the biggest impact I've seen thus far as we've been utilizing personalized learning is the ownership students are taking with their own learning.
Personalized learning challenges me because now you have to be more independent with the way you learn. You got to take more ownership and actually take the time. If you don't understand it, try to figure out what you don't understand.
Well, I like that teachers are more close with us. They can get to us and know how we like to learn and what we like to learn.
So I can choose what I want to do, and when I want to do it, I don't have to do it in this day or that day. I can choose, okay, I'm going to do this on Tuesday and this on Wednesday.
You get more time focused on you, so like the teacher, she can find out your weaknesses and your strengths and then help you work on your weaknesses instead of teaching as a whole.
Anecdotal evidence right now is showing, especially our students who have not performed well on formative assessments previously, are starting to show a lot of improvement because I truly believe they have a say in how they want to learn the material.